Tearing up over
He's gonna cry first. Yeah. I can't remember how we first met, but I've been involved at Hillel in all 4 years of my time at Tufts. So I've spent a lot of time working with Lauren, who oversees the student programming at Hillel.
Similar story, other than I've been here for almost 25 years.
Unfortunately, it was during the pandemic, so we kind of met virtually. You were a freshman.
Yeah, I was an incoming freshman. BEST stands for Bridge to Engineering Success at Tufts. So yeah, they had mentioned throughout the school year we would be paired up with an upperclassman mentor, and it was kind of just like a mix and match of like who seems to like fit best with the next person in regards to like personality, majors, things like that, and then ended with Madeline. Yeah.
When we first met, it was sort of the depths of COVID. And so I was running the makerspace, but no one was actually allowed to go in it. So people like Rose, who showed up as a first-year student, would have to send things, through the internet. Will someone please 3D print this for me? Will someone please laser cut this? And then we'd do it and then leave the stuff outside the door. And so that's when I first knew about you. But I will say that I think actually, first time I was like, oh, I know who this person is, was at the end of that year. A bunch of people made a, hey, thanks for running NOLAP Brandon video. And you were in it, and I was like, I've never actually met that person in real life, but how nice that she was considerate enough to make a video. That's so kind.
Well, I think like everything I do in the world past Tufts is going to be shaped in some way by Lauren and Hillel, just in how I present myself in the world, how I manage myself in meetings. It's all been shaped by like my Jewish learning at Hillel, by the relationships I've built at Hillel, and the time I've spent with people in the building.
Definitely learned a whole bunch of stuff. I had no robotics or any really building experience. I don't think I used a power tool when I got to college. So,
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
So I think just one of the kind of telling things about NOLAP is that we have these sweatshirts that we usually, so the staff get them because we try to, be identifiable when we're on shift or just like generally in the community. Brandon's rule for when he sells the extra ones is that if you're wearing it in NOLAP, you have to help someone if they ask you for help. So I think that's just one of the things that's really telling about the space. And there are plenty of people who have the sweatshirt who aren't necessarily on staff who will help other people very happily. And I think that's just really cool to see.
So you were my first interaction with mentorship and things like that. So it definitely taught me to do better when it comes to interacting with the people around me. I think overall it just taught me the importance of making sure to give back based on the experiences that I had, because it was definitely nice being able to chat with you and just making sure, like you said, you're not alone, and just knowing like it's actually very important because someone could feel the exact same way that I'm feeling and I might not even know it. So I think that's something that I definitely want to take on into the future.
I don't think I need to give Alex advice because Alex is one of the strongest, bravest, most courageous women that I know.
That's what I would say about you.
It's the absolute truth. I think that you put yourself out there in ways that I admire and that I'm in awe of.
I'm not always the best with words, I guess, but I think I am very grateful for having just like a community that you can just walk into every day. And I think so many of us look up to Brandon as a mentor and like as someone who we can just, as much as we probably do bother him with our questions about fabrication.
I definitely want to thank you for the kind words of wisdom that you gave me, not only then, but just throughout my time here. And I really appreciate you being my mentor as a whole. I definitely think like they paired us up nicely.
Yes.
I'm enormously proud of Rose. I think like all of my staff work really hard, and I think that they'll say things like, oh, this is such a great community. And I think, yeah, that's true. And you know what that is? That's you, right? Rose has the courage and impetus to create that community. between me and the students working for me, but then with all the other students. Because there's just no, I can't do that by myself. Oh, hey, welcome to the community, it's just me. Anyone have questions about 3D printer filament? That's terrible.
I don't think I can give any final thank yous because I know this is a relationship that we're gonna continue for the rest of my life. I know I always have Lauren Bloom a phone call away or a drive away, and like I can depend on her for years to come. So I don't feel like I need to say a final goodbye, but I do think that like a thank you for just making my Tufts experience the absolute best it's been, and for showing me unconditional love and support every day. I just know I can count on her no matter what. I forget what the question was. I didn't know where I was going.
And then afterwards, we were cleaning up and we were like, okay, it's basically good. And Rose was like, so is there anything else I can do? I could just sweep the floor. And I was like, this person is the kind of person I want having around here.
I honestly think probably my favorite memory was when we first met. I was freaking out before I first met you.
What did I say?
You were just like very quick and formal.
Should I not be? Lauren Bloom, I am the Associate Director at Tufts. Hello.